I'm Bob Fish, and I'm here with Dr. Darren Bergey, who is an orthopedic surgeon and also someone who's very, very interested in longevity, weightlifting, health. So go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, welcome. I'm happy to be here. And it's true, I am a orthopedic surgeon. I'm an orthopedic spine surgeon by training and profession, but I've been interested in weight loss and muscle strengthening and bodybuilding for me, right? And so I'm interested in bodybuilding since 2021 is when I started doing that. And so that's when I started my path with weight loss, and body and muscle building. And so I tested out multiple ways to lose weight. I've
lose weight without.
I've been interested in fasting,
losing muscle,
and and that's the main thing, is to not lose your muscle while you lose your weight. Whether you're prepping for a bodybuilding competition, like I have and like I'm doing right now, you want to maximize your muscle mass and then minimize your body fat mass. And I think that's what everyone wants to do. They want to have big muscles and low fat, and have a six-pack and look good, especially at summer when you're coming up.
Well, one of the things that people are doing now is GLP. It's probably the most talked about thing in the last several years, from movie stars to just everyone, men, women, everybody's doing it. And they lose weight quickly, and sometimes they get saggy skin and so forth, but there's other problems, right?
That's true. Those peptides, those GLP peptides, have they've transformed society and life. And
stock is even going down in some of the companies that make snacks.
That's true.
Because
well, there's a movement in America, and it's the movement is to get healthy, right? And to lose weight, and so people are looking longevity, and people are looking for how they can accomplish that. And for most people, when it comes to weight loss, that nowadays that means either a GLP-1 or 2 or 3's coming out, right? And it's been very successful for them as far as weight loss goes. There's problems with it, however, and that problem really relates to muscle loss, if we can wrap it up to that. And
bone problems.
No, bone problems too. There are side effects, potential side effects that people have, and everything from, especially with the GLP-1, gastric slowing, gastric problems. I can't take a GLP-1 because I'm one of the ones that has severe nausea. And I couldn't get past the nausea, even starting on lower doses. And so GLP-1 for me does not work. It makes me too sick. I've tried GLP-2 and it was better. And so the GLP-1s are the semi-glutides, and like the Ozempic or the Wegovy. The GLP-2 is more Mounjaro and tirzepatide and Zepbound. And and those two are the precursor up till GLP-3, which is the one getting FDA tested now, right? And the GLP-3 includes glucagon, as a third method. So GLP-3 means that it works in 3 ways, basically. A GLP-2 means it works in 2 ways, 2 different receptors, and the GLP-1 works in one way, and it works in the glucagon-like peptide, is what it is.
Regardless of which one they're taking, they have some issues.
That's right.
But one of the main issues is, as you mentioned, is muscle loss.
Muscle loss.
And people are experiencing this. It's not an odd circumstance. A lot of people are having it. So what do you do about it? You go to the gym and work out, or is there things you can do nutritionally?
There are. So the first thing we heard about was Ozempic face, I think, right?
Ozempic face.
Ozempic face. And so you have a lot of weight loss quickly, and you start to get the saggy skin. The second thing, probably worse and more dramatic, is Ozempic body, if you want to call it that, okay? And that's with the weight loss and the skin hanging. Part of that problem is that you're having fat loss, but you're also having muscle loss as part of the weight loss.
And there's nothing to fill the space.
And so they kind of get saggy, and the muscles are not puffed up to fill the space. And so you have saggy skin because you are losing part of your muscle as you lose your weight. What happens when you're taking the GLP-1, 2s or 3s, your appetite's going to go down.
Yeah, you're losing weight because you're not eating.
And you have a calorie deficit. Right. which is the key to any weight loss program, is to have a calorie deficit. And but the question is then, what food are you eating when you have that deficit? Because a lot of people will keep eating the same foods, just less of it. And I can tell you, prepping for a bodybuilding show, the amount of amino acids I need to eat to maintain and grow muscle mass is a key component to my training. And that's what's missing, in my opinion, for most people on the GLP-1s, 2s, and 3s.
So if someone eats, what do you need? 40, 50 grams a day of proteins?
So there's a range of what people say you should have as far as a daily protein intake. On a conservative side, some would say 0.8 times the amount of kilograms you have, okay? But from a bodybuilding perspective, we usually go by 1 gram per body.
Yeah, if
per
you look
pound
it
of
up on
body
the
weight.
internet, people will say you only need 25 grams of protein. And they're not talking about what kind of amino acid mix is in that protein.
We can talk about protein because that's a really good topic, is protein intake. We'll talk about two things. Complete daily protein intake is one thing, and then the second portion is a protein meal, and how much protein can you absorb and use for muscle protein synthesis in one meal. And so if we talk about short-acting proteins, fast-acting proteins, right, meaning a whey protein or pea protein shake, those are fast-acting. You know, they dissolve easily. They're in a liquid form generally. It absorbs into your bloodstream faster, and so you get a bolus, if you will, a large spike in your amino acid levels in your bloodstream. And for those fast-absorbing proteins, and you could say amino acid pills, I'll throw that in, right? Anything that absorbs quickly through the stomach and into the bloodstream, you get a really sharp spike in amino acids.
Trigger other things in your body.
That's right. It's the spike in amino acids that starts to then stimulate muscle protein synthesis. What the research does show is that the graph goes up like this and it starts to plateau across. At a certain level, increased levels of protein don't keep stimulating muscle protein synthesis. It plateaus off, especially for fast absorbing protein. And the numbers are like these, about 35 grams of protein for women and about 45 grams of protein for men. After that, there's diminishing returns on how much protein you took in.
So part of it is to take a complete protein, right?
Yes.
Which is complete for the amino acids that a human needs.
That's right. Yeah.
And should you eat them in a particular mix? For example, is a whey the proper mix?
So, whey is a whey protein, and I would say I would prefer whey isolate to whey protein because it doesn't have as much milk in it, and so you're gonna have fewer calories and fewer gastric problems by taking whey isolate. And but there's also plant protein, which are popular. Usually pea protein. And then there's egg white protein as well, right? But usually it's whey protein or pea protein nowadays. The two things. Those proteins have both essential. They have a bunch of amino acids in them because they're protein. All right. And so there are essential amino acids, and then there are non-essential amino acids, and they contain both.
And the non-essential amino acids are amino acids.
That's right. Yep.
But they're not used or they may be used in building muscle, but they're not essential in the fact that the humans can't make them.
That's right.
Can't make them from other amino acids.
That's right. The essential amino acids, there's 9 of them, and they're essential because we can't make them. We have to bring them into our bodies through our diet.
But the other ones are essential in the sense that you need them to make muscle. But they're not called essential amino acids.
They're not called essentials because our body can make them.
Yeah, exactly.
And so our bodies they need them, but they don't need them in a meal because we already have access to them. What we don't have access to immediately are the essential amino acids. And they're essential because it's a complex of 9 amino acids that if we take them in, we have to take them in through food of some kind because our body can't make it. And as far as the whey program, let me talk about that first. As far as the essential amino acids, those are the critical ones that we have to take in from a meal if we want to build muscle. And then we have to take them in a high enough dose to stimulate the muscle synthesis.
Right.
And
it has to come in quickly enough so that it triggers things in the body. Just like sugar, for example, you can have a certain amount of sugar and it doesn't really trigger insulin, right?
That's right.
If you have enough sugar or other carbohydrates that can be easily converted into sugar, then it spikes.
It spikes.
And what I hear you saying is, to really build muscle quickly, you need to have that spike.
You need to have the spike.
And of some amino acids or all the amino acids?
There's some critical amino acids, and what you need are specifically 9 essential amino acids to stimulate and have the resources to function, to produce muscle. And some muscle protein synthesis needs a certain level of, we'll talk about this, a special amino acid called leucine to stimulate the whole process. And then it needs a complement of the other 8 so that they can be used to synthesize
So
protein.
leucine is a branched chain amino acids. And for years, people have been taking pills of branched chain amino acids.
That's right.
And there's a bunch of those that are essential amino acids. And is that what you're talking about? That
No.
people could take these pills of a branched chain amino acids?
And that's been a popular pre-workout, if you will, for years. And it includes 3 of the 9 essential amino acids. And so it's lacking the other 6. And so although it has leucine in it as one of the 3, it doesn't have the other 6 essential amino acids. And so those would be considered a rate limiting step. If you run out of that essential amino acid, even though the process was stimulated, it'll shut down because it runs out of the essential amino acid. It doesn't run out of the non-essential ones because our body can make them. So they're not essential. And
what about some people, their liver function isn't really tip-top. And so when people say that you can make these other amino acids, the non-essential ones, is that always true? You think the liver in almost everybody has the capacity to quickly produce these other ones?
Except in chronic disease states, perhaps, right? So if you are a sick individual with a chronic condition or cancer, there may be some limitations on what you're able to produce, but or malnutrition would be another. But otherwise, we can make those other amino acids. Yeah. The interesting thing about the whey or the pea protein is that we have to have, so we have scientific studies that indicate they've figured out how much leucine is necessary to stimulate that muscle protein synthesis. And there's a critical minimum of, seems like 2.5 grams per meal, up to 3.5 grams, but 2.5 is the minimum threshold. And so 2.5 grams of leucine is enough to stimulate the beginning of muscle protein synthesis.
So if you had a meal, let's say you had a cheeseburger, typical American meal,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Does that have enough leucine in it?
That is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd also point out that the cheeseburger or a steak or chicken, it brings us to a little different category of meal than we talked about with the whey. And that's because it's not a quickly absorbing protein. Right. And so that rule I talked about as far as this plateauing of effect, when, let's say for men, it's 45 grams of protein. And so more than that does not stimulate more muscle synthesis. It plateaus out. And so that's different, however, for meat.
Yeah, because meat could take hours to digest.
Right. And so it digests.
Doesn't trigger it.
That's right. It does digest
as quickly.
I think it triggers it multiple times downstream. Is because it starts to absorb. It starts to digest. And part of it gets broken down into amino acids and absorbed in the bloodstream, and you get like some absorption while it continues to digest and more absorption. And so the daily protein intake, let's say if we're going to talk 1 gram of protein per pound of muscle mass, like it's hard to get, for like I'm 180 pounds, it's hard to get 180 grams of protein in. Unless I'm eating meals all day long, right?
Right.
And if I eat 100 grams of protein in one meal, that's a big meal.
You may have some digestive problems.
I think so too. Yeah. But a large meal of steak, let's say, let's say 80 grams of protein, that's been shown that It will process muscle protein synthesis, unlike the fast-acting.
All right, so let's say you figured this out, right?
Yep.
Is there a patentable subject matter in there?
I think so.
Like, without going into the detail
Sure.
of it, what would it be?
So, there's a current couple products on the market. So I'm going to talk a little bit right now, separate from the whey and the pea protein. The total amount of protein in, let's say, a whey drink, let's say hypothetically is 20 grams of protein.
A scoop?
Yep, a scoop, right? Or pea protein, the same thing. Let's say 20 grams. There's a couple problems. One with the pea protein is typically it doesn't have enough leucine. It doesn't have the 2.5 grams. It has like around a 1.8.
And just so people know, leucine is different from lysine.
Yes.
Because, for example, certain diets, a corn-based diet, for example, you might have in ancient Mexico or something, has very, very little lysine in it.
That's right.
So I have to take it with beans, and then you get the lysine.
That's right.
But this is leucine, which is completely different from lysine.
Completely different. The whey protein, it does have the amount of leucine that you need in that one dose. But it also has about 60% of the ingredients are non-essential.
Fat.
Other amino acids, right? Other amino acids, non-essential amino acids. Out of that 20 grams of protein, only about 40%, 35-40% are essential amino acids. So out of the 20 grams, you get 8 grams of essential amino acids, which is what you need for the protein synthesis. So one option would be not to take the whey or the pea protein and supplement with essential amino acids by themselves.
Right.
Which is what I do, which I've started to do.
Now, is that a known thing?
It's pretty new. It's pretty new. Essential amino acids are pretty new nowadays.
When people say hydrolyzed protein, isn't that what they're talking about? It breaks it down into amino acids, or at least peptides.
Yes, it breaks it down. It does break it down, right, into a more digested fashion, right? Into a more digested fashion, so it's faster absorbed, if you will. But it's still 40% of it is the essential amino acids that you need for muscle protein synthesis.
Something's making noise.
So so there's a couple on the market. One is Pro Amino, which is a powder. Yeah. And they have essential amino acids. I think their dose is about 11 grams of essential amino acids per dose. And there's a pill version, which is what I'm taking currently, which is Perfect Aminos, made by Body Health. And so these are amino acid tablets. And so they have the 9 essential amino acids. The Pro Amino doesn't have, they have some electrolytes in it, but otherwise just the 9 amino acids. The Perfect Aminos have the amino acids plus a proprietary blend of, let's say, phospholipids and something called ATP. So ATP for energy, phospholipids that are to help.
And ATP is going to get past the gut in an absorbable form.
Here's interesting. So I looked this. So I was interested in this too, right? And I say, well, what else is in here, right? And so the ATP. Okay, the size of the tablet, number 1, indicates that the ATP is a very small amount, but they don't advertise how much is in it. Science has shown that I think it's about 400 milligrams of ATP that can be used orally, that can be enough to increase some energy, right? I believe what they're trying to incorporate in the EAAs, the essential amino acids, is ATP or energy.
I mean, it has to get past the gut. It has to get in the bloodstream. It has to get into the cells.
So there is a study.
It's not used externally to the cells.
No, right. I believe
or even to the mitochondria. I mean,
my opinion is that the ATP is kind of worthless in the supplement.
Yeah, exactly.
My opinion is these phospholipids, et cetera, are worthless in the supplement because any healthy individual has what it takes to build those products and to build the.
But it looks good.
But it looks good, right? Yeah, sounds good, right?
And it's proprietary.
And it's proprietary, right? Yeah. And so, but it takes a really big pill, but there's only 1 gram of amino acid per pill.
Yeah, a typical pill is about 1 gram.
Yeah, right. So it's a
horse pill is maybe 1.5 grams.
Right. Yeah. This is a size of about 1.5 grams, but it's only 1 gram in there. The rest of the half is all this other filler. which is something similar that I've found on supplements in general.
Yeah.
Is I find that their doses are many times too low to be therapeutic.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's the same thing with, I'm getting off subject a little bit,
but you should come to us and patent this new idea.
Okay, yeah. Well,
and it's good for longevity. Talk about longevity.
Okay, so
because people, you're talking about weightlifting, which you're in. Now we can talk about longevity, which you're obviously not old enough to. But the thing is that everybody's interested in longevity, right? Totally. I mean, it used to be people were 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s interested in longevity, right? And two things have happened from what I've seen. First of all, it's morphed from longevity, just living longer, to health span. Not lifespan, but health span.
That's right.
Right? And so now it's of interest to people who are 50, 40, 30, 20.
Exactly.
And my guess is that if you start early, you're going to be a lot better off than if you focus on it when you're 60 or 70.
I think so too.
Right?
Yes.
So how does all this relate to longevity?
So I believe
health span.
So muscle mass relates to longevity. Okay?
Yeah, statistically.
So muscle mass relates to longevity. There are some great studies recently, and we can have those studies if anyone wants to hear. We can list those studies for people if they want to know about them. But a recent study in 2023 was a very large study. About 86,000 people were studied, and 11,000 plus deaths. And they did a meta-analysis where they looked at all the causes of death and associated factors. What they found was that those who had a low muscle mass, muscle wasting, muscle depletion, if you want, sarcopenia is the name for it. Okay, sarcopenia is when it's age-related muscle loss.
Means muscle loss.
Just means muscle loss, and it's usually related to age, right? Yeah. And so, and what the study showed is that 50 low muscle mass compared to high muscle mass related to a 57% increase in mortality, all cause.
Now, how does that relate to body type? Like some people are just muscular, right?
That's true.
Some people are just thin. I mean, I'm thinking of, let's pick a dog, right?
Yep.
You have a bulldog, it's solid muscle. True. Solid muscle and bone.
That's right.
Whether it exercises at all, can live on the couch all day, solid muscle. And you have another dog that's meant for running real fast. It's wiry, but it doesn't have a lot of muscle mass.
That's true.
So when you say muscle, is it actually loss of muscle relative to their body type?
It is, and there's clearly what you're describing is a genetic predisposition to muscle mass, and muscle. And muscle mass is both the size and number of muscle cells, if you will, right? And so what we do know is that there's partly it's genetic, like you say, and then partly aging plays a role in everyone, whether they're genetically better than others or not, in muscle mass. It really starts in at 30. We don't like that. At the third decade, right?
That's too early.
It gets worse at 40, and by 50 it really kicks in, and by 60 it really accelerates. What we know is that we start to lose about 1 to 2%.
2% a year.
Starting at 30.
Yeah.
When it hit 50, it can increase up to about 2%. Well, 2% a year, probably increase to 2% a year. And so usually it's about 10% per decade or so, right? But then as you get older, it increases, accelerates to 2% per year. So that's about 20% over 10 years. And after 60, it accelerates even further up to potentially up to 5% per year, 5 to 8% per year.
So there's a lot of people trying to eat high protein, right? As we said, you eat a lot of chicken or fish or steak or whatever you're into.
Right.
And what I hear you're saying is that maybe you pick someone who's 50 or 60 or 70, whatever, and they're deciding they're going to the gym, they're doing little weights, and they're trying not to lose muscle mass. And you're saying, it seems like it's a losing battle for a lot of people. I mean, they're trying.
What we pointed out is that there's an age-related disorder that relates to decreasing muscle mass. Mm-hmm. That's related to a few things. One is hormonal, right? Especially for guys.
Less testosterone.
Testosterone goes down. Growth hormone levels go down with time.
Right.
With growth hormone, something called or insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1.
Right.
That goes down. And IGF-1 it stimulates cellular growth. And so when you have decreased growth hormone and IGF-1 levels over time and decreased testosterone, you lose the anabolic effect. And so even if, you become, as we get older, we even become more resistant to muscle growth. So it takes a program of a plan of attack on how to address this. And one plan of attack, so one is lifestyle, let's say one is hormonal, if you want to call it that, right? So on the hormonal side, we do blood tests. You can see where your testosterone levels and your hormone levels are. We can optimize those. Nowadays, that's one option, right? Number two, there are peptides that can help increase some of these other things. So that might be another conversation, but more practical is than lifestyle issues. One is how much protein you take in your body and whether you do resistance training. Because you can take all the testosterone you want and you can eat all the protein you want and you'll probably minimize your muscle loss, but you're not going to get muscle growth and hypertrophy unless you do resistance training. And so it doesn't take a lot, meaning I do 30 minutes 4 days a week personally, and I don't.
Well, you're pretty.
And so you don't have to spend an hour or two in the gym, honestly. But you need resistance training.
I wonder about people who spend that much time in the gym, and do they over-exercise? And that causes actually. I don't think it causes muscle loss, but what happens?
So overtraining without enough rest in between training sessions. Your muscle doesn't grow when you're training, it trains at rest. And if you don't give it enough rest, then you don't actually get the muscle growth that you're looking for.
Hey, I was
sleep, rest, recovery.
Reading an article yesterday or last night that was saying people with diet, exercise, all these different things people are doing, what is the one thing that you can do that's the most important? Sleep.
True, right?
You can't build muscle, you can't rest, you can't have a good emotional state. You have to have sleep.
You have to have sleep, and you have to have some time off between training sessions.
Yeah.
And so you can structure that a lot of different ways. And but the main thing is to get in and start either with bands or some kind of resistance training and start the process, right? You can do it at home, and you can do body weights to begin with. You can do bands and little barbells, or you can get in the gym and you can actually get a program, or you can come to a doctor's office and get a program. You can go to personal trainers and get a program.
Right.
But then it's related to diet, and diet's the biggest factor with anything. Diet's the biggest factor with training, well, sleep and recovery. But then if you're going to do those things, then what you put in your body is critical if you want to grow muscle.
Well, and you're a medical doctor, so you're focusing on treating people when they already have problems.
True.
Right? And I think more and more medical doctors are focusing on how about getting healthy. So you don't have to have these treatments.
It's okay. I treat people with pain is really what I do, right? And so many people with pain, they want
back problems.
They want to be fixed. Back problems, neck problems. If you do surgery on someone and everything looks perfect, that doesn't mean that they don't have ongoing problems. Part of it's inflammation. And so, once again, inflammation is related to these same things as far as diet goes.
So you think inflammation could be related to protein intake?
I think that's a little different conversation, because I think I'd have some different things to treat inflammation with. But getting healthy and not expecting just a surgery and no other personal changes you have to change if you come in and you are filled with inflammation, and let's say you're overweight and I do a surgery that works out great, that doesn't mean that everything's going to turn out great. You have to make some lifestyle changes to improve your health, right? And you talked about not just longevity, but quality of life. And so our quality of life is really based upon these lifestyle changes. What I would say, though, is for protein intake, right? It's critical for muscle protein synthesis and preventing muscle loss. And so if we package everything together, like the weight loss GLP users, the elderly who have lost their muscle mass, the bodybuilder who's trying to build muscle for the bodybuilding show, basically that captures everybody nowadays, right?
Yeah,
and so
it really does.
Okay, And I'd like to present what I would call what I think the answer is for people.
Okay, here's the answer.
I think it's
Everybody wait, here's the answer coming.
It's called a protein fast.
Okay,
it's called a protein fast.
How can you have a fast and have protein?
Okay, so, right, it's a little oxymoron maybe, right? Fasting means you're not eating and no caloric intake, if you will, right? So if we stop eating at some point, okay, let's talk about fasting really briefly.
Well, if you're really fast and have nothing, the body starts to get energy wherever it can. It breaks down fat, breaks down muscle, breaks down the immune system, breaks down everything.
It does, because it's looking for energy. And so our bodies run either on glucose or on fat as a source of energy. There's only two sources we can choose from.
Ideally.
Yeah, right. Or one or the other.
But then it changes it'll break down muscle and change it into glucose.
Because it wants that glucose, that's right. So let's just talk quickly about like a big calorie deficit in those GLP users. I use GLP-3 is what I'm using.
Oh,
okay.
Even though it's not out yet.
Yeah, I'm using retatrutide. Okay, right. And it works really well for me, and it allows it because it takes away the hunger, and it doesn't give me any nausea, and it doesn't give me any slowed gastric emptying or bloating. Okay, so those are the things I like about it, right?
Yeah, you could be an advertisement for it.
Yeah, right, sure. But here's how protein fast goes. Okay, so it allows me to do a really strong intermittent fast, meaning I'm eating one meal a day. And so I usually eating my meal in the evening after I work out. After I work out, so that I get my post-workout meal. The rest of the day, I'm essentially fasting from calories. And so how do I get my protein in then? For breakfast, I'm taking 40 grams of essential amino acid pills. There's a handful of calories in it. It's less than 10 calories.
I was going to say there's not much calories.
Less than 10.
The body can't do much with it.
Less than 10 calories, and that's 40 grams of essential amino acids. So when I take it, it quickly absorbs. It goes into the bloodstream, and it stimulates muscle protein synthesis so I can keep building my muscle. But I haven't broken my fast because I haven't taken any calories.
Well, why would you do it in the morning rather than in the evening?
I do it 3 times a day.
Oh, 3 times a day.
Morning, noon, and sometimes a snack or maybe one before bed. And so, okay, so what that allows me is 40 grams of protein per dose.
Per dose.
That's 120.
You get 120 grams of protein
out of pills.
Wow.
Out of pills.
So how many pills is that? That's a lot of pills.
Okay, so it's true, but I'm doing it actually right now to prove my hypothesis.
Yeah.
That not only can I have a really large calorie depletion, because I'm depleted. I have about 1,300. Today I'll have about 1,500 calorie depletion, calorie deficit, right? And the science would be is that you should minimize your calorie deficit to maybe 500 calories in a day to minimize muscle loss.
Well, and you'll lose weight slowly.
Right.
Very slowly.
And the reason to lose weight slowly, that concept would be, is so that you don't, if we have a large calorie deficit, we don't just burn fat. We tend to burn muscle also. And so you might lose up to 40 or even 50% of your weight loss, maybe muscle loss.
And gut initially.
Yeah, right. And so if you lose 40 pounds and 20 pounds, let's say 8 pounds of it was 20 pounds, like let's say 48 pounds of it was muscle. That's a lot of muscle to lose. If I lost 5, I came off of.
You can't be a weightlifter.
You're going to be scrawny. You're going to look scrawny at that point in time if you lose 8 pounds of muscle. And so my theory is that I would take these pills multiple times a day, increase my my protein intake, and prevent muscle loss.
And it's working.
It's working.
Wow.
And not only is it working, but actually it's an incremental muscle gain is what I've been noticing. So it's fat loss, fat goes down, and muscle is not only plateauing and staying the same, it's actually going up.
Well, we're going to have to think about how to patent this. Because if you all of patenting is proper level of abstraction. I don't know if anyone told you that.
Okay, all right.
Right. So you and I are different guys, right? Different families, different
right.
histories, different everything, right? We just met.
Right.
So on this level of abstraction, we're completely different, right? On this level of abstraction, we're the same. We're two white guys, right? On this level of abstraction, we're the same as my cat, right? We're all mammals, and it goes up and up. And all of patenting is figuring out what is the right level of abstraction that you can describe something and get it past the patent office, right?
Right.
So if we said, for example, I claim a high protein, high amino acid diet. Well, have people done that before? Eaten a lot of amino acids? Yeah, so you can't claim that.
Right.
So you have to go down another level. And if you get down too low, then it's worthless because you're claiming this, 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 and this, and someone could just do one of those things differently, and they escape the patent. So we're going to have to figure it out.
Okay, right.
It's going to be a little interesting.
For sure.
Brainstorming to figure out how to do it.
And that's because the essential amino acids that I'm taking, I think they could be improved on, is the bottom line. And
it's not just whey. As I said, you can take hydrolyzed whey, right?
Yes.
So you're getting basic amino acids. They're not connected all together in proteins or peptides. Right. So it's readily absorbed, especially if it's isolated, so you don't have some of the other things in there that cause problems. The sugars and so forth cause gastric digestive problems. But that's been done, right?
Yes.
So what you have to do is it has to be a little different mix.
And I would propose, well, we do know that leucine has to be at a certain level.
Yeah.
And to take it. And
that's interesting, yeah.
We also know that...
it has to be a big ramp.
It has to be a big ramp, right. What studies have shown is that, so the 2.5 grams of leucine minimum threshold I talked about, they have shown that if it's a super leucine component,
super leucine,
meaning much higher, much higher concentration, let's say 3.5, that in and of itself can overcome some of the lesser amino acid availability and overcome some of this resistance to muscle growth, or anabolic growth, if you will. So anabolic growth means it's going to grow muscle.
Now, you didn't mention it, but one of the things that triggers this muscle growth is mTOR. Little m, T-O-R, right?
That's right.
And mTOR has been very popular, discussed a lot in the longevity community.
It has.
And there's other things that you can do besides amino acids to trigger mTOR. And I may have this wrong, but my memory is even metformin does that.
I've heard that too, yes.
But then it has other side effects, right?
Right.
And there's other herbs or different things you can take.
What we do know is that there are some, there's one non-essential not an essential amino acid, that actually starts, so mTOR is a cellular,
it's triggered by amino acids.
It's a sensor, if you will.
It's a sensor,
right?
Yeah.
And so it's a cellular sensor throughout the whole body, and it senses amino acids.
Right.
And if there's a amino acids in a full complement, essential amino acids, the 9 essential amino acids, with a high enough dose of leucine, it will stimulate under the right conditions that mTOR, and mTOR then is what starts muscle protein synthesis. It has to be activated by these 9 essential amino acids. It has to be activated by leucine. And a leucine breakdown product called HMB also acts to signal the initiation of mTOR, which is why it's been used and popular to minimize muscle loss and
in older people.
And it's been found for people who are heavy weightlifters to increase their muscle synthesis as well. So it helps. It's been shown proven to help with both heavy trainers or people who do weightlifting and people who are then older and resistant to.
But you don't think you need HMB, hydroxymethylbutyrate, right? You don't think you need that in addition to the leucine?
You do not. It would be
unnecessary.
It would be unnecessary. You only need the leucine and the other 8 amino acids.
All right, so we'll have to figure this out.
Okay, yeah. But I think we can figure that formula out. That's for sure. Right?
I'd like to.
I believe I've narrowed a formula down to the milligrams of these 9 essential amino acids.
You know what the kicker is here? If you're dealing with components and you're putting them together in a novel way, right? All the components are known. There's no secret. You're not inventing a new amino acid.
Right.
They're already known. The kicker is it has to have a surprising result.
Right.
So, for example, if you're thirsty and you drink more water, you're less thirsty that's an obvious result, right? It's not
Yes.
surprising in any way.
Right.
If you drank more water and you got more thirsty, well, that would be a surprising result.
Sure.
Right? So what we're going to have to come up with is, and the patent office used to just kind of accept what you said. If I, as a patent attorney, said it has this effect, they would say, oh, okay. Now they're saying, I want to see some evidence. I want to see a study, or even if it's a study with 5 people. I mean, there's some evidence. So we're going to have to couch it as a surprising result.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
interesting, huh?
And I think a surprising result for people would be is that I think people would be surprised if they could take some pills and maintain their muscle mass or grow their and avoid Ozempic body.
Oh, I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
I think if they
and that's another thing, is to trigger it towards a particular indication. But then that brings to other problems, right? If you, as a FDA, and I'm sure you're very familiar with FDA, because some of your other inventions getting past the FDA.
Yes.
Right. FDA is focused largely on intent of the use, intended use, right? And if you say we're going to treat sarcopenia, which sounds like a medical diagnosis,
right?
That might cause a problem. FDA is going to say, no, it's got to have FDA approval.
Right.
And we don't want FDA approval.
No.
We want to be able to do it without FDA
That's
approval.
Right.
Don't want a 510K. We don't want any of that stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll talk about that.
Okay, very good. Okay, that sounds good.
Have to figure it out.
All right, that sounds right.
But that's the fun brainstorming part of patenting.
Yeah, right, exactly right. Yeah.
Well, great seeing you.
Great seeing you as well. Yeah.
Thank you.